Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we'll be playing some Pandemonium Lightning into France 6. And it looks like we have board B. Okay. Our starting presence. So, looking at board B, the Sands is going to be our worst explorer, except on turn 1. And that's because Sands doesn't have any buildings, which means they'll be able to create double explorers here and here. So we either want it to be turn 1 Sands or never Sands. And we did get it turn 1, which is excellent for us. The worst explorer on turn 1 for us would have been wetlands. We're going to France 6 over here onto B2. Okay, so I'm going to go G2 top. And I'm not going to play any cards. And then next turn I'm going to plan for a big turn. And we'll go Sacred Site into here, such that I could get access to most of my lands. And we'll probably take the blight here. We'll Pandemonium this land, and then we'll go from there. Question is do I want to actually play Shatter turn 1, and then I choose to G3 turn 2, trying to take an off turn? You know what? Oh, I'm just a little sad if it's not mountain or jungle with the G3 play. I think we still do it actually. So, there are two main builds with Lightning. First, you either G2 top, no plays, and then G2 bottom, and then you play Shatter plus Lightning's Boon plus Harbingers. This version, you play Shatter turn 1, and then you G3 to play your other 3 cards. The G3 version has a worse reclaim loop, but it allows you to make use of all of your cards. The biggest benefit, though, is I get to play Raging Storm, which tends to be a pretty good card into this matchup. Especially if it's like jungle or mountain comes up, then I can play Raging Storm fast next turn and completely wipe out the land. It would have punished me if it was wetlands because I wouldn't get full value, but luckily it was mountain, which is really good for us. And I'm going to France 6 over here into that 8. It also means that if I would like, I could choose to play Shatter, killing the town here, and then I can plan to not take any blight off the first Ravage. Alternatively, I could use it to kill one of the towns on the wetland, preventing a future city build, though I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to... yeah, I think we actually just kill the town here on B5, and that's just because we are actually not really worried about about going blighted. Really, the main reason is we want to prevent those town builds. So, for instance, if we were to kill this, if they explore wetlands next turn, it will actually be building 2 towns down the road. But if we leave it there, if it builds, it'll only have 1 town. So hopefully that makes sense. That's why I'm not killing one of these towns. And the same thing goes for over here on B8. If I kill this town, it'll double explore. I'll have 3 explorers then, in which case it can very easily, it'll create an extra town down the road. So, and I'm going to choose the G3 here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put this presence at 1 range. I think it is, isn't it? 1 range, and maybe I should have actually grew my G2 over here into B3. Now that I think about it, that's probably slightly better. And the reason for that is, well, specifically if B2 comes up, I'm kind of screwed. Also, I'll have access to 2 Dahan. I can get access to those Dahan events. But made a small mistake. That is okay, though. We use Raging Storm. We're going to make it fast, killing all of the explorers. And that's the big benefit to this G3 build, specifically into the France matchup. Raging Storm isn't an awful card. We'll use Pandemonium fast, allowing us to strife this town over here. And then we'll have Harbingers in the slow. And I think I'm gonna possibly might Harbingers over to this land. We'll see. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Events. We have interesting discoveries, which tends to be problematic. Choose a sacred site, gather an explorer, and then add an explorer there. It's funny if I do that here, it causes a blight. Here, I'm also kind of sad. I guess we choose here because I don't want to cause a blight here. We do get to add that disease to a jungle wetland, which could be pretty good. I can add it to anyone, and I'm going to add it over here to B1 to prevent a triangle trade down the road. There could be an argument to throwing it here on B8 just because that land has already an explorer, but I want to stop that triangle trade. Here cards, Strife not matching a Ravage, that's huge. We're going to add this Strife. I think I want to add it here for a future triangle trade, not triangle trade, a future Slave Rebellion target. Ravage Sands, Build Mountain, and likely I'm going to have to Raging Storm again next turn, trying to keep that at bay. A really good explorer here would be Wetlands now, just because I have the disease here. Jungle isn't terrible, because I do have that Strife. Okay, so it is Jungle. I'll be able to really get and handle that land. And we're going to use Harbingers, 1 Fear, and we're going to throw these 2 to Han. I think we throw it to here. I can kill that Mountain City. I'm just a little sad if it's Coast, though. I still think we do it here, though. Usually we're going to go Blighted in this matchup, G1 Reclaim. And that's just because we'll end up taking some instant blight escalations. I think the only way we don't is if we get a defend, which we did get with Confounding. We actually got some pretty solid cards here. Yes, these are very interesting. Like Purifying Flame, it's that perfect element card. Allows us to do damage. We only have 3 plays though this turn. And I don't think I'm going to be playing Savage Mob Beasts. Like, I think I'm playing, or I think I might be playing it because it's 0 cost fire. Like, I want to play Raging Storm. Definitely being played. I need to get this innate, which means I need to play another card. So let's say I play Harbingers, move Han in the slow. Which means the card that I play has to have fire this turn. I think I want to go with Mob Beasts, as I can make that fast killing an Explorer here. Alternatively, I could grab the Purifying Flame, which is also a good hit, but I think it's Mob Beasts just because it's 0 cost. And then next turn, I'll have a pretty weak turn. And this is like the biggest negative to playing Pandemonium, is like next turn, I have this really weak hand of just 2 cards, unless I reclaim again. But this 0 cost is going to go a long way here. And, oh, I only can make, yeah, I can only make 2 cards fast. So actually, instead of playing Harbingers, I'm going to play Lightning Spoon. Because now that allows me to make all of my cards fast. Go. We have Raging Storm, killing all of these. And actually, maybe I don't. No, I think we do it. We make this fast. So we can kill the city here. And then we're going to use Savage Mob Beasts, 1 Fear, and we're going to kill that Explorer. Oh, and did I forget to France 6 again? I always forget to France. Well, France 6, it would have been in this mountain because it's ravaging that turn. France 6 is one of the most painful rules in Spirit Island. Years a Little Rain, an excellent card here. It actually, I mean, I'm going to pay for it. I mean, why not? I mean, we could choose to redraw it. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. You will have to forget Raging Storm, but we've already got everything we needed off of it. And we get to proliferate. We're going to proliferate down here. So it looks like the G3 play ended up working out because of the Raging Storm, and now we can enter our reclaim loop quite nicely. And we get another Strife. What is this game? This is wild. I guess we'll go to here. Wow, just very nice. Rare I get this lucky. Okay. We also have a Slave Rebellion target, so we'll likely throw these to Han here and then let the Slave Rebellion clear this land. And then we can use our Panda innate to solve my B8 here. Probably going to be the back-to-back. Nope, it is not. It is actually Mountain. And this is the one negative here. Actually, now you can see the one negative of killing that city. A lot of people, and we're actually going to France 6 over here. A lot of players they'll kill the city like I did here, but now there's no building, which means there's an extra explorer, which means they're going to pressure the town limit even more. That's something that happens to a lot of people. Okay, so that's this. Time passes. I'm just debating if I want to escalate here or not. So if we panda innate here, that will basically solve the land. If we escalate like this, no, we panda innate here, slave rebellion here, or maybe we shatter this town instead, and then panda here, or shatter and then slave rebellion this. Okay, so let's reclaim Jew and reclaim. Wow. Well, Orton's excellent. I mean, entrancing is also nice because I could play that here in the sands, gathering the explorers out. And then worst case, you get Carapace Land. So these are all amazing hits. I think I'm going to go with Portents, though. Just double down on the fear, as well as it has that moon flex for my later tiers of the innate, which will come up pretty soon. And I believe we do these cards. Oh, except I do not have... I need to have 2 fire. So I cannot play Portents. And I have to play Lightning Spoon. We'll use my innates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adding 2 stripes. City and the town. We then use Shatter fast. 2 fear. Killing the town. Then we'll use Mob Beasts. 1 fear, 1 damage there. And we've used all of these fast. Okay, and we, like I said, we do know it's the Slave Rebellion. So we're going to add that strife over here to the town. And then everything with strife takes 1 damage per Dahan. That kills this town here. And since I did the 1 point of damage here, that actually will kill this town here because of Slave Rebellion. And then we get to kill both of these towns over here. That takes 2 damage. And that Slave Rebellion goes back in the deck, and we get Urbanization and Stricken, which makes me really sad here, because I won't clear the land, but I will get to push some Dahan over here from Retreat. Bunch of tier level 2s, replacing a coastal town with an Explorer does nothing. Skip the next Explorer, that's very good. And then we have Sacred Site Energy, that's 2 energy. As well as Defend, okay. Ravage and builds. And we do get to skip that next Explorer. And that could be bad just because we are a Strife Spirit that is killing stuff in the Ravage step. So, that could be problematic. We have Harbingers, 1 fear. Let's throw these Dahan here. And what I'm going to do is just let this land trade. And then I'll strife the stuff over here on the mountain. And I have to double France 6 next turn, I believe. Yep. G1 reclaim here. Another perfect element card. There's another perfect element card. And there is also Rouse, so some really good hits. Also Steam Vents, perfect element. Can kill towns. I think we want to just go all in on the fear plan. So we do these 3 cards. Oh, I see. So I can never play Portents until, yeah, so Portents can never be played until I get to 5 plays. I could do Visions, doesn't really do anything. Just gives me 2 fear. I think we do Rouse here. And we do Lightning Spoon. I could actually kill this land, but I'm gonna take the blight. We'll make our innate fast. 2, 3, 4. Double stripes. And like I said, I could make my cards fast, but like I said, I want to take the blight here, and I want to use Rouse and Shatter for the slow phase. And who knows, maybe I get to defend, or in this case, I will get Reckless Offense. So Reckless Offense here, so we still take the blight, but we don't lose any Dahan. And yeah, maybe I was supposed to take a downturn. Well, I guess I had to defend this. Is now I have to reclaim again because this turn will be a pretty rough turn for us. Angry mobs doesn't do anything. And isolate, skip builds. We're going to isolate over here on the sands, just skipping that coastal land from coming up. There's a 2 in, what is it, a 2 in 4 chance. So 50-50 shot of that sands coming up, and that's, I want to be able to hit that. To Ravage Mountains. I have to flip 2 cards here. That's dead. That's dead. Or is Wetlands with an escalation and a France 6. We'll France 6 into the mountain. Oh, actually, I think I France 6 after, but and there's that sands that I was talking about. And we have to France 6 again, and we'll France 6 into the mountains. And we'd escalate. Actually, maybe I France 6 for each card instead of after the step, because it says after resolving a explore card. Okay. Well, this is why we waited for Rouse here, because now I can kill this town and push that explorer. That's why I wanted to wait for the slow. And then I have Shatter Homestead here, and we're going to use that to kill. Guess we'll kill this town here, and then we'll use Harbingers, One Fear, throwing these to Han over here. G1 Reclaim, getting a minor, and there's Fire in the Sky, perfect element card. At Strife, lots of fear. We're going to grab that. And we're going to play all of our cards here. We'll play those 2, we'll play Shatter, and we'll play Harbingers. Okay, and we'll use Shatter Fast to fear, killing the town. We'll use Rouse Fast, and we'll use that over here to kill these 2 explorers and to push this explorer. I'm doing this fast just because I know there's a disease here, which could stop the build, but I'm worried that we might get like a disease ignore, and I'm not doing it here because I can play around beast damage. So that's why I chose that to do that at that land. And then I technically have 2 more innates I can do. I can do both of these. We'll use Harbingers here. One Fear, push to Han, and then we'll use Fire in the Sky, 2 Fear, adding a Strife. Now I do get the Pandemonium innate and the slow. We have Life's Tilt. We'll just pay for it, might as well. Actually, let's not pay for it. Let's remove a beast, add a disease. And then if it's fast, we get a blight. We do not. The reason why I chose to pay for it is because now this has -1 health, so there's a chance I can possibly kill it with these fear cards. Unfortunately, we have no beasts. We just lost it. And this is exactly what I meant. So I can add a Strife, and then each invader takes 1 damage per Strife it has. So we add a Strife, and this takes 2 damage, and it only has 2 health because Life's Tilt. That will win us the game. So GG. So a very solid game with Pandemonium Lightning. I mean, a lot of things went well this game for us. I mean, a good starting explorer is Sands. And then we did not do that early reclaim loop where you go to G2, G2. We ended up doing that G3 build, which was really helpful. We did get lucky getting hit with that Here's a Little Rain, which allowed us to end up in a reclaim loop situation with the upside of playing Raging Storm. But I think even if we didn't get Here's a Little Rain, what would have happened is we would have had to G2 take an off turn, and then probably have taken an extra blight here. And let's see if we went blighted, how it would have looked. Yeah, and this would have been perfect. As long as it's not a 2 blighter, we'd be pretty far ahead. If you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.